lagging at all? Let's see. I wonder. Because yesterday there was horrible lag. So I will check to make sure you can see what's actually happening. Come on, internet. Let's see what we can see on here. View dashboard. Need to check to see if we can actually see what's going on. My channel. Are we having lag? If so, how bad is it? Need to check to see if we can actually see what's going on. Okay, so there's a little bit. There's a lot of it. Oh my goodness, the lag. Are we having lag? Okay, no, it could be worse. Let's see what it looks like on YouTube. Let's see how YouTube looks. How bad is the lag on YouTube? Come on now, let's see. Go to my account. Okay, let's see. Can we see what's going on? Are we lagging? Okay, it's not that bad. Hi there, Scuffed Human. How are you today? I was just checking to see if we were having any lag issues. Sorry if there's any lag happening. Can you, does it sound like I'm reacting in real time, or is it annoying? Because I want to know if I need to change some settings or something, since I'm all new to this stuff. Because feel free to tell me if the sound's garbage too. It's okay? Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've been drawing on other platforms for a while, like on TikTok and Instagram, but I'm brand new to Twitch and I don't know anything about it yet, so it's a learning curve. And I'm drawing Marie because she's my favorite thing to draw. I don't know why. I drew her once as a human ages ago, and then I just got attached to my like alternate universe Marie design. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this expression this time. Just mix it up. And you're doing, oh, yeah, thank you. One of them's my mom. But thank you, I really appreciate that. I can't help but wonder. Presumably you grew up with the Aristocats. Have you seen the movie? I just wonder, because sometimes, yeah, my mom's a legend. She's very supportive. She's good value. My mate was also very supportive. Everyone has been very supportive, even when I'm doing really random stuff. I'm very lucky to have them in my life. I think my favorite Aristocats character is Toulouse, personally, because I just identify with him. You know, because he's all covered in paint and stuff all the time, and he's kind of a disaster. Let's see if I can pull this up just a little, because I don't want to be all muffly. But yeah, the big ginger boy Toulouse, I identify with him. He's special to me. Oh, we've actually got a couple now. Do you have a favorite Aristocat or one you identify with most? I think the one that I think everyone I know wanted to be Marie, but I don't know many people who are actually that sassy in real life and are actually that cute in real life. I feel like it's one of those aspirational things that very few people have that big of a personality, in a good way at least. I don't know how she manages to pull off being so full of attitude and still everybody loves Marie. I was saying yesterday that I feel like my design of her will be one of those kids who... Oh, thanks for the follow, Scuffed Human, by the way. I didn't see that before. I was thinking that Marie's probably one of those kids, you know, when you know a kid who is like super, super talented and annoys the crap out of you, and you're just like, you're like 9, why do you have skills? Can you just not? It's kind of making me feel crap about myself. I don't know much Disney. My family doesn't watch much Disney. Aww. Well, I recommend it. It's a cute movie. I mean, I probably am more attached to it than is fair. Like, it's nostalgia talking or something. But I really like that it's kind of sketchy. Like, the style. You can sort of see a lot of the sketchy lines that showed up as they were problem solving in their animation process. Have you seen a lot of anime then? Or what sort of things did you grow up with? Because I am pretty basic in that way. I watched a lot of Disney movies and a lot of... Has anyone seen Little Bear? You know that cartoon about the cute little bear cub? And there was one movie that was about him and there was a mermaid. And I was obsessed with that one Little Bear movie. And Franklin and Friends, I watched that. I think in America it's like there's some acronym and it's all those cartoons are on the same channel. I don't know. I'm Australian obviously, so I don't know. But I remember that there's this channel where all the cute cartoons live that aren't Disney stuff. And I watched a lot of those growing up too. Haven't seen a lot of anime. Most people I know have watched a lot of anime, and I feel like you're either an anime kid or a Disney kid? Maybe that's not a thing? I don't know. I did watch Pokemon. It was on Saturday mornings. And thank goodness too. It's the only exposure I got to Pokemon until I was an adult. I never played the games until I was an adult. The first game I played was Pearl. I'd probably watch Disney Channel or Disney Junior or something like that. Oh yeah, fair enough. I remember seeing some of those on Saturday mornings. I remember watching Teen Titans. Oh, my sister brought me dinner. That's nice of you. Thank you. I've got to remember to actually eat that. My door's jingling. Okay, so I'm going to give her a sort of eye roll face, I think. Yeah, she's really nice. I'm very lucky. She knows I don't like cooking, and she does like cooking, so my sister takes one for the team and feeds everyone. I also have, in this coming year, we'll be moving out with my girlfriend probably, who also likes cooking, and I suck at it and I don't. So that works out pretty well for me too. Obviously, I'll pull my weight and do my bit if she doesn't feel like it, but it's kind of nice. I hate how Twitch turns that into... It's kind of less cute, huh? It's a little less cute. Okay, let's see if I can make her look more gross, like more like disgusted. Like she's like, ugh. I'll have her eyes rolling as far into the back of her head as humanly possible. That face when she's sitting on the piano. Her brothers are annoying her. When are you moving? Oh, hi Reese. In the coming year, I don't mean like right now. It's been something we've been saving for a while. Is, how bad's the lag, Reese? Let me know. Tell me how bad the sound is, please. Sorry, was it clear? I'm not moving out right now. You also suck at cooking? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that I could learn if I wanted it bad enough. And I just don't. I have what's called a bad attitude. Oh, imminent. No, that's right. Cool. It's alright if it's not painful and it seems like I'm reacting in a reasonable amount of time. That's all that really matters, I suppose. As long as it's not noticeable and annoying. And it seems like the Streamlabs is telling me that it's actually okay too. Look at that beauty. You learn from watching YouTube. Yeah, Reese is a really good cook, you guys. Like, really good. I will take your word for it. I have no idea who that person is. I have no... A funny cook person? Is this from the show that you and Ashton used to watch, but then you got sad about it because it was, like, controversial? And there was drama about it? He's a wizard. Okay, so I know that you mean he's, like, a wizard at cooking, but my brain was like a wizard, you know, like... No, that's... Okay. See, I don't know anything about cooking. I don't know. Okay, so let's, like, jut her jaw out a little bit so she just looks appropriately disgusted. I think it's funny. Oh, I guess they're cats. I was going to say, it's funny how, like, intensely diamond-shaped their eyes are, because it's hard drawing the human version to not make her look older with that, but they're cats, so I guess it's appropriate. Kinda kid-oriented in its delivery. Oh, that's nice. G'day. Hot afternoon. Where are you right now? Duck seen a drop. I assume you're also an artist? What sort of stuff do you like to do? A hot afternoon. So that probably also means not in Australia, hey? I don't know anything about these people. I live in Southeast Asia. Oh, cool! The internet's amazing. It's like people I would definitely have never met in my entire life if it weren't for the fact that the internet exists, and that's crazy to me. It never ceases to be crazy to me. Time zones. Yeah, for me at the moment, let's see what time it is. 9 p.m. And it's quite cool. Like, it started getting a little bit warmer now, because we're in spring in Australia at the moment. So it's starting to warm up, but my toes are still freezing to death. I could be wearing, like, slippers or socks or something. That's what some people might choose to do. 6 p.m. So only a couple of hours in the past. Do you want to know the forecast for the future? Central Europe, 1 p.m. Oh my gosh. That's very cool. That is very cool. It's like, is that every... So we have Europe, we have Asia, Australia. Look, we only need a few more people and we've got every continent. We need a few more, and we can have one of each covered in one stream. Okay. Does she look disgusted enough? How far can your eyes roll before it just looks like they're in your head backwards? Like, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Good luck finding someone from Antarctica. Reese, I'm sure there are lots of penguins who love Twitch, okay? Goodness me, so close-minded. I'm pretty sure your dad probably has some penguins in his collection that could totally cover Antarctica. And besides, streaming from Tasmania is about as close to Antarctica as we can probably reasonably expect. That's how people from completely different countries meet on one stream. One having breakfast, the other having dinner. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful, to be honest. That's pretty beautiful. I'm honestly just relieved that Twitch is working for me at all, because I had many technical difficulties the last 2 days, my first couple of tries. But it's cooperating with me. The computer's cooperating with me, and we're having an okay time. The computer's not crying. There's been no drama whatsoever. Yes. I just had lunch at 5 p.m. I don't think I'd be eating dinner soon. Oh my goodness. Were you up late? Did you wake up late? I woke up ridiculously early, but I had a system. I had a plan. My idea was I have a carpool that I take to work, to my day job, and I knew he was going to get here at 7 a.m. So if I got ready super fast, I could get back in bed and have a longer nap before he comes to get me. And that made sense to me because if I slept in and then got ready, I knew that I would probably be late. So I got ready as early as possible and just went back to sleep. It was pretty good. I learned the word scuffled quite recently, lol, after I joined Twitch. I have never ever heard about that word before. That's pretty funny. My eating schedule is... Oh dear. Routine is good for you. A school... Oh, goodness. Are you happy it's over with, at least? I shouldn't sound like it's so negative. I didn't always hate tests. I feel like my mum used to say to me, it's not a bad thing. You get an opportunity to show what you know, and that's a nice thing. And I was like, oh, shut up, Mum. And I did, I don't know, if I knew what the test, I don't know. Did you feel good about it? Or... Because I feel like it's... just depends on the subject, I guess. Pog and GG. What the hell is that? Okay, so that's extra funny to me because, like I said, I'm really new to Twitch, and I have this friend called Kate, and she always says Pog, and she's like actually cool and actually into games and stuff, and she says Pog, and the guys in our D&D group all say GG. Reese is my DM, by the way. Shout out to the cool DM. And yeah, they all say GG and Pog and stuff, and I've started trying to like join that part of the vocabulary, like, but it sounds like, my friend Tim pointed out to me that it sounds like a 40-year-old trying to sound like down with the kids and cool when I'm like, poggers, my dudes, am I cool now? Take care of your health. Yes, health is important. Your health is important. I say, as a person who drinks nearly no water, when I figure out how to set up all those alert thingies, one day when I can have them, I will definitely have one of the hydrate ones because I need it. Absolutely. And yeah, the other thing that was good about... What Pog means... Yeah. Well, I sort of kind of get the gist of it myself after a while. It just seems very forced coming out of my mouth, personally. Oh yeah, the other thing that was good about getting up really early and then going back to bed is my cat loves a lie-in. He likes to have a nap first thing in the morning. And if I get back in bed, that's his favourite thing. I think it gives him a false sense of security that I'm just going to stay there. I'm going to betray him in the end and leave. But only for this year. Next year, I will be doing art all the time. So I can stay home all the time. It's going to be great for everyone involved. I don't know. The only Pog I know was the game with those circular coins. Lol. It was called... Oh. Look, now I'm just confused. I don't know. I don't understand. Okay. So she's got... I want to give her kind of a sway. Maybe she's like throwing her... Let's see. I'll move the neck around a bit with the selecty thingy, and then that might help me figure out which position best communicates the emotion. Okay. Where does the neck go, you guys? The neck turtle is my... I kind of have to explain where that comes from. Milk Caps, it's called. It was played in the 90s. Wow, okay, I have no idea what that is. Neck turtle is a thing. There is a Jenna Marbles video, obviously from ages ago, where she references, like, her dog Kermit is talking about wearing a turtleneck. I keep going to say what she calls it in the video, and that's not what it's called. And the dog calls it his Nektertel. My partner and I thought it was so funny that we now, whenever we say neck, we say Nek. And often it is just Nektertel, even though we're not referring to a jumper, it's just neck. And we have a lot of stupid things we say that are like that just make no sense or require sort of reference back to some other dumb meme in order to make sense. Nyek, exactly, nyek. Because we're silly. Nyek, nyek, nyek. Okay, so if her... Oh, I know, I see. Something that seems to help when you're having an eye roll expression, I believe, is when the body is twisting in a different direction to the head. So I'll rotate her head this way so it looks like it could be sitting on her neck still. But her body will be in the other direction, which is kind of what's happening here anyway. Like she's just like, ugh. I'm trying to summon my inner Aaron Blaze so I can explain what I'm doing as at the same time as doing it, but it's surprisingly challenging. I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. Sounds like a goose to me. I love that. Sounds like an infant puking food. I'm gonna tell her. She's gonna think that's really funny. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So if she's... maybe her body goes this way. We can cross her arms to make it even more dramatic if that feels right. A little bit of a hunch, like she's just, ugh. Yeah, look how over it she is. She looks so over it already. I like this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Chat is getting delicious. No, tasty, that's what we want to see. Tasty chat. Far out. Oh my god. It's a bonding opportunity. Being silly together it's good for bonding. Okay, so I don't know. Would she cross her arms? I feel like that's like not cutesy enough. She probably let me think. How does the queen bee Marie express ugh other than rolling her eyes very dramatically? I think, yeah. The one where I was drawing her singing was challenging because her eyes are squinted like this one up here, and it made her eyes look smaller, which meant that she looked less young, if you know what I mean, because you could see less of them, and that meant that I was like, oh no, she's starting to look like, I mean, here I hope that she looks like a kid, but she was starting to look a little bit more mature than I wanted her to, and I was like, yeah. Yeah. And this one, at least the eyes are going to be all the way open, but if I make her look all too full of attitude, she's still going to look too mature. And kids do have very dramatic expressions, so let's try the crossed arms. And we'll give her very high shoulders, like she's just, ugh, she's so disgusted. Eventually, oh, well, I think laughing prolongs your lifespan. Oh, that's okay. That's a good point. It's a good joke. It's a great joke even, but I need you to stop anyway. What's that? That's from TikTok, right? Yeah, no, that's fair though. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it feels true, and I kind of like it as a philosophy. Like we're only here for so long anyway. We might as well be laughing. That sounds like some mushy thing that a middle-aged white lady has embroidered on a pillow, but it's also how I really feel. Far out. I feel like everything I say sounds like some made-up bullshit platitude, but I really do feel that way. Yeah, I relate to that too. I think it's too easy to be overcome by all the shitty things that happen, because life just be like that sometimes. But then we get to come to Twitch and draw and laugh at dumb shit and meet new cool strangers. And it's good times. I think she's got a bit of stretch coming because her head's like, meow. So I don't want to curve out her cheeks too much, because then you'll sort of lose the expression. She'll look too happy just because her cheeks look fuller. It's easy to fall in. Yeah. Exactly. And then, but once you get into a good headspace, I feel like that's the tricky bit, is once you get to a healthy place, just for the day, just for the minute, it's easier to stay there once you get there. It's just the getting there part if you're used to being sort of in a negative place. And I think even regardless of anyone's sort of life experience, in the last couple of years, things have been hard for most people, and in ways that I think lots of people really aren't familiar with. So if nothing else, hopefully there'll be greater understanding around the world for people who, there might not have been before. Because everyone sort of has some common experience, even if it's not the same shit, if you know what I mean. Mom? Oh, that's very nice of you. I'm wondering if I might have a glass of water, please. Thank you. Did you hear what she said? Thank you. Bubbly, I try to be. I think I am. I think that's authentic. I try to be authentic. What she said was, I'm busy, I'm watching a live stream. She's very cute. Apparently she's in the other room watching my live stream. But as for bubbly, I like to focus on what's happening right now, and focus on what's positive, and focus on what fun I can have in the moment. But that doesn't mean that things aren't complicated or that things don't get dodgy. The laptop said I'm using it too. Okay. See you, Scuffled Human. It's really nice to see you. Thank you so much. That's really funny. Okay. Oh my god. Look, I think we might be scaring Scuffled Human. How about Scuffed Human? How about we just leave poor Scuffed Human alone. Thank you, Mother. You're a
watching
legend.
your live stream.
I know, that's what I was saying. She was watching my live stream apparently, because she's sweet and nice. Bloody legend, my mum. Hi, Mum. Someone called Dark Cena Draw says hi, Mum. Hi. She said hi. Is that how you pronounce your username? Dark Senna? Dark Senna? Senna is my guess. Senna is my okay. Look, see, they said hi, Mum. This is my mom. They're gonna love that. She's got a good sense of humor, my mum. She's a very interesting lady too. I love you. They said they love you. She said I love them too. She's a very interesting lady. Very multifaceted person. She has a PhD because she's fancy, but her career started off in the entertainment industry. She was both a dancer, an actor. She's a singer. And yeah, she has a PhD in business accounting, fraud examination things, fancy things I don't understand. Where basically she made a scale to assess whether people are a professional level of skeptical. Like, maybe some of the people watching are too young, but there was God, that makes me sound ancient, doesn't it? There was this thing. Thank you so much, Mr. Thaman. You're a legend. Nah, you're killing it. Far. That sounded fake, but I for real was just like panicking at the compliment. I was like, no, you. Yeah, she's just. Your boyfriend's doing it too. Macromolecular biology. Oh, that's really cool. My girlfriend studied life science in plants, majoring in both plants and animals. So they probably have things to talk about, I assume. I don't understand any of it. But I could listen to her talk to me about grass and shit for like ever. Thank you so much for the follow, Mr. Thyman. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, my mum. Yeah, so she's just a very interesting, multifaceted person. I think. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but I think she's pretty cool. When we were kids, we could get away with a lot of things if it was sort of like a creative thing. She made all those, lots of costumes for us and stuff, but she also stayed up all night the night before my 16th birthday party making cube-shaped food because I wanted a Minecraft-themed birthday party. And she stayed up all night decorating everything and making cube-shaped food, and that's really cute. Pretty special. Grass and shit. Yeah, for real. I literally was sitting at the uni once on the grass with my partner, and she picks up a blade of grass and was like, do you know what species of grass this is? And I was like, obviously not. Who would know that? And she's like, me. And she sat down and she gave me a half-hour lecture. Not really a lecture. She just like sat down and talked to me for half an hour about the kind of grass. And I didn't understand most of what she said, but it was really nice listening to her talk about something that she cared about. It was just really cute. That's probably mushy, but real talk. Yikes. That's intense. That's intense, man. I don't talk to my father either, but life is significantly better that way, so I see it as a positive personally. Sometimes you just have to do what's good for you, which probably sounds a bit flippant to some people, but at the end of the day, no one knows you and your life better than you do. And yeah, I have a good relationship with my mum, but it's sometimes the same as like how you said that I seem bubbly. I'm a pretty positive person. I like to focus on the good things, but I have that outlook because I know what it's like to be, because I feel I know what it's like to be trapped somewhere else. So I'm just making the most of the opportunity I have to be here. Probably used more words than necessary to explain that, but hopefully you see my meaning. Yeah. Okay, so she's gonna have a big old hunch. Also going from some pretty deep stuff there, chat, to back to, oh, and Marie has a hunch. Her shoulders are up because she is perturbed. Far out. I was also saying before that I identify most, I think, with Toulouse out of the three kittens. Partly because he's an artist, but also just because he's so outrageous, so energetic, and so sort of bombastic. You should add a few links to your social websites if you have them. I do. I have lots. I just we'll figure it out later, I guess, because at the moment it's hard because I'm new to everything. I do have a sort of creator site that's a work in progress, so that should be available somewhere. I don't know. I do have I will put links though, I promise. That will happen. It's all just sort of a work in progress. The fact that I even got Twitch working today at all felt like a huge accomplishment. And I'll take that for now. But thank you, that's a good point. If I don't have links everywhere, how are people going to find me? People who follow you from Twitch, like if you have... Yeah, exactly. Can you see... I don't have any links that are easy to click on or anything right now. That's why I added the little bar thing, because that's the best I've got at the moment, but I promise I will add them. But people do follow you from Twitch. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, let's see. I don't want to make it so that her body's too big, because if I get her body too big, she's not going to look young anymore. We need a disproportionately enormous head, because them's the rules for making babies. Well, no, drawing children, making babies. What was that noise we were making before? Nyek. I'm just going to be saying neck whenever I'm uching at something now. Nyek. Oh no! Okay, here's a good getting to know each other exercise. Do you have a favourite Pokemon? That's an easy one to start with for most people. If not, we'll find another. My favourite is the Shinx line. I love them because they're lions. Yeah, do you have an easier question? Okay. Ice cream flavour. For me, it's anything Ben and Jerry's or anything with like fudgy or chocolatey bits mashed in, because I have a chocolate problem. Yeah, bits and chocolate. When I was a kid, I really liked mint choc chip, and I still don't mind it, but it's definitely not my favourite anymore. And I think it's funny because I don't think it's very common for little kids to really like mint ice cream. I'm different. You keep... Was that one too big of a question to blow your mind? Pick an ice cream flavour. Okay, what about something really easy? Mixed ice cream with cinnamon and yogurt. Oh, I can't imagine what that would taste like, but I'll take your word for it. If I get the opportunity to try it, I'll do it. I'll give it a go. I don't know. I could only imagine that it would taste like eating a hot cinnamon donut, but it's ice cream. Is that kind of the vibe? Because I love those. Okay, so maybe her head needs to rotate a little this way. Yeah, just a little. And we'll end up with a sort of gesture that goes like this, which is kind of nice. There's the torso bit. Creamy and okay, I'll take your word for it. Alright. If you're around my age, I obviously don't know that, but just assuming based on Twitch's users mostly, did you use Neopets or any of those sorts of pet sites when you were a kid, or did you like play Digimon or Pokemon or any of those other like pet simulator thingies? Luxray and many other Pokemon. The list would be endless, but tend to pinpoint Skarmory and... Oh, nice. Yeah, cute. Skarmory's got a cool design. I think part of the reason I have an easy time picking is because I didn't play any of their games until I was older. I was an adult when I first played any of them. And my first game was Pearl. The first game I played, I mean, was Pearl. Because I started so late in the game. Started so late in the process. Behind the trends. That one of the first Pokemon I encountered was Shinx. So I was like, oh my god, it's a cat and it's electric. I love it. Mystery dungeon right now. Oh, cool! Guess who is hooked on it? That's really cool. I was thinking that because I'm such a noob, maybe one day when I have time for playing games and stuff more, because I don't get to right now, like all my time is doing my day job or this. Maybe one day I'll do a Nuzlocke challenge, and I was just thinking how funny that could be, because obviously I'm such a noob. I would kill everything. Everything would die, and I would legitimately cry. And I feel like there are some sick people out there who would think that is absolutely hilarious. Probably also a lot of people who would find it terribly frustrating to watch. It could be called, the series could be called Idiot Murders Her Pokemon One at a Time and Cries About It. Oh, yeah. Trying to never let them yeah, right? It feels terrible. Don't mind me. I'm munching on the dinner my sister made. I'm hoping that you can't hear me chewing. Please let me know if you can. Yeah, exactly. Poor babies. I don't want them to be hurt. So if her hip has to go that... if her shoulder's this way, her hip needs to go this way. That's right. What is happening? We want the gesture to go this way. So maybe it does go like this. In which case, maybe I should move how her shoulders are. See what I can do with them. I'm always low on money because I keep buying items to enhance their stats. You know what? That's fair. You want to keep your babies alive and well. You're just being a good parent. You're looking after them. Someone's got to do it. If not you, who? If not now, when? It's Pokemon's time. My girlfriend texted me. What does she want from me? Hello? Hello? She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, hello, I'm streaming. on Twitch and YouTube. A plush Mimikyu. Oh, that'd be really cute. I would love a plush Mimikyu. I have a plush Pokemon. Where is it? My first ever starter. Okay, knowing that my first ever game was Pearl, can you guess, just by my vibes, what my starter Pokemon was? I'll be right back with it. Have we got any guesses? Let me think. I'll let you guess before I reveal, because that would spoil the fun. I will fail. That's allowed. It's allowed. I trust you. You're allowed to guess. But you only get one guess. Oh, well, look, a very cute Pokemon and a valid guess. My buddy Chimchar. It was my buddy Chimchar. My son. I got this at like a convention or something in Sydney, I think, when I was like 15, and I don't know why I even still have him, but I'm not getting rid of him. He's important to me. I think he has a hole in his... whatever, yeet. He's fine. He'd be my last guess. I don't know why. The fire starters just always do it for me for some reason. I just think they're so cute. Except, for some reason, I don't know why, I just have an irrational frustration with Incineroar. He annoys me. I like the earlier evolutions, but Incineroar is just... I don't know. I don't think it's cute. It doesn't do it for me. I don't like it. And I don't like... I have Shield or Sword, whichever. I think I have Sword. My girlfriend got the other one, and I decided to take the Fire Starter again. And I feel like Incinerate just does... Is that the last one? No, that's not right. Incineroar. Cinderace doesn't look like a final evolution, you know? Like, it doesn't look finished. It's like... You hate Primarina? Yeah, fair enough. I think that they are a very controversial pair. I think Primarina's really cute, but the two of them sort of have this problem where they only have one aesthetic. Like, you can't sort of imagine who they are and have a variety of options available. They're just... Primarina is basically Marie. And a little siren thing, and then the other one's a bloody wrestler, and there's not a lot of imagination available. Like, you can't really think to yourself, oh my god, who is this individual? Who's the character behind this? No. They just are what they are. Okay. I think it's just going to be a lot of fiddle-faddling at the moment, because if I pull this down, yeah, I think I can just sort of hunch her around and mess around with the sketch with the select tool and probably find a pose that I like. It's an... yeah, exactly. It is a very cute Pokemon. Rowlet is definitely, I think, the cutest of the three, and its evolutions, I think, the coolest. It has the coolest final evolution, I think. It's just, it's a solid one. I feel like that was the one that didn't take any risks. It was just like everyone knew that that one was going to be cool. I can imagine if they were designing the Pokemon starters all together, I feel like they were like, this is the solid, safe one. Everyone's going to like this one. Everyone else is going to have really controversial ideas about the others. I have not seen Detective Pikachu. I've seen the ads though. Is it any good? Because I can't tell by looking at the ads. She's not cooperating with me. That's for sure. Okay, so her neck, little neck, shoulder. Okay, at least this way I can have her. There we go, that sort of feels like a sassier pose. Plus a cheeky. The Pokemon world implemented it IRL. Everything. Oh. Everything a real life trainer would ever want, plus a cheeky Pikachu. What else do you want? Is it on any streaming service? Like, maybe I should watch it. Maybe that should be my activity for tonight. I just go watch Detective Pikachu. Do you want to hear a wild story? I have a wild story. These are the bullets they took out of my cat, and he is alive and well and safe today. Have you heard this story before? I don't know. My cat is a ginger and white, big, stocky, muscular cat. Because he only eats kitten food, and kitten food is mostly protein. The reason he only eats kitten food is because he had several of his teeth shot out in this incident. So this one time he broke out at night, and he wasn't allowed out at night. He wasn't fully an indoor cat back then, but he wasn't allowed out at night. And he got out, and I know, right? I'll get to that though. And we thought, he'll come back when he's hungry, which is true. A cat breaks out, it'll always come back when he's hungry. He knows where he lives, he won't get lost. 6 a.m. I found him slumped inside his cat flap, bloodied and covered in rain, but he was alive. I have squealed. I was like horrified. I was like in shock. Excuse me. Running around like a headless chicken. I kicked my toe on something because I was panicked and scared and worried. And we called up the vet who came in just to see him, just to treat him. And they said, oh, by the looks of him, he's probably been hit by a car or something, and the prognosis wouldn't be good if that's the case because there'd be internal damage. We couldn't tell where the blood was coming from, so it just sort of added up. Hours later, I got a call, and they're like, look, we've done some x-rays and surgery on him, and it wasn't what we thought. He'd been shot, and not with like pellets, like bullets. So he'd been shot twice, bang, bang. And, what? So he went out. He left our property. Our property's real big, by the way. Bordered by neighbours who all know him and wouldn't have shot him, and all have large properties. So he would have travelled really far to get to their properties, really far to cross their properties. Found some stranger who has some problem with cats, who shot him, and then walked all the way back with 2 bullets in him, one that was through his mouth and one behind his shoulder, and made it all the way, not just to the house, not just to the property, not just to the house, but inside the cat flap before he collapsed. I could not do that. I don't know any humans who could do that. He's amazing. And it's horrifying. The reason they would have done it, the excuse would have been, feral cats are really bad for the environment here. And they're like a pest here. So lots of, especially farmers, do shoot cats here, which is awful. But it's kind of amazing. It feels like a bullshit excuse to me because he's really friendly, and he probably would have run straight up to them and been like, hello, I'm a friend. Like, he's obviously not stray, or let alone feral. But yeah, it's just kind of miraculous that he was shot twice and dragged himself all the way home, and now the only thing that shows signs of being different about him is he's missing some teeth on one side, and when he does kitty biscuits, he does it more on one side than the other. Ban weapons, please. We do have gun regulation in Australia. They're the only people who are allowed guns are licensed users, so it's restricted, and the police can take them from people who are like disturbed, or if it's not going to be safe to themselves or people around them for them to have them. So it's kind of a grey area because he would have been on their property, and unfortunately for me at least, unfortunately for him, farmers are allowed to defend their own property from what they think are feral cats. They can also shoot dogs if they want, but I can't imagine someone's dog breaking out where I live and it being met with a bullet to the nose, but so I do think that there's a bit of a double standard in that way, but in fairness, credit to Australia, we do have gun regulation and it has proven to work. I have been shooting myself, but you can't do it just like as any stranger. Like, you can't just carry a gun. You can't just go anywhere and get a weapon. I'm not afraid to kill animals. Are likely to kill. Well, yeah, but it's not. It's complicated when you're in the country, because out here it's like you have to be prepared to kill random pests that are going to ruin your crops or to kill your other animals. So you have to be able to protect your animals, and that's just the way they've decided to do that, because setting baits and traps and all that stuff can be more cruel and less effective. I'm not saying that makes it okay, that's just the justification that is given. But we do have, credit to Australia, we do have effective gun regulation, and the really dangerous people, at least in theory, can't get them. I'm glad I don't live in the countryside of Australia. Yeah. I don't live in the country where I am. It's like sort of getting rural, but I'm close enough that I can drive into town within the hour. But where it gets really country, I feel like I wouldn't want to be there either. I like the sort of being close enough to town where I can get to shops and everything. But besides, there's a positive end to the story. The thing is that he, of course, had to be an inside cat after that. It was in New Zealand. Oh, that's really cool. Did he like it? I don't think I've gone apple picking, but I like it here for the most part. I feel very safe here. I visited the US and I hated it. It would terrify the hell out of me. What was I going to say? Yeah, right. Oscar hated being an inside cat all the time. So I decided to teach him how to go for WALKs on a leash. And now he knows what that word means. So I can't say it, otherwise he's going to expect to get one. It only took him 3 days to associate the harness with going OUT. And now if you say, do you want to go for a WALK, he will run down the hall and scream at his harness and be like, let's go! It's real cute. It is real cute. Okay, let's flip the canvas to see what abomination we've created. I haven't been outside of EU yet. I think I don't know. I haven't been to the EU. The only place I've been outside of Australia was America. And I think I expected it to be more like Australia than it was, and that's probably why I got a bit of culture shock. I think if I'd, expected, if I was going to a place that I knew would be super different culturally, I would have been better prepared. But I kind of expected America to have more similar vibes, but did not. I felt super scared in America, to be honest. This was before Trump, by the way, so it wasn't that. Very, yeah, a bit whack. Whack indeed. Okay. So her head needs to be, let's see how big this will get. How big does her head need to be? This eyebrow's raised a bit. These eyes also are supposed to turn this way a little bit. And she's looking over. So you can see a little bit of the white on the side, on the top of her pupil. There we go, that's better. I will move her face back a bit though, because it's like on the wrong angle. She's got, her face is quite front on in the reference, and I want to try and get the expression pretty similar. I wanted to go to Anime in New York 2020, but COVID hit, so I haven't been to any. Yeah, that's lame. I would love to table at a convention. I'd love to do like an artist alley thing. I think that would be so fun. But alas, might be a little while. We're really, where I am, we're actually really safe, relatively speaking, touch wood. We have been sort of, I literally live on an island, so like we are pretty isolated from everything. And I've been very grateful about that until now. In November, they've decided they're going to open everything up, whether we're all vaccinated or not, which I think is crazy, but whatever, that's a whole other thing. But we are very lucky where I am. Yeah, exactly. Quite unsafe to travel. It's much safer, especially where I am right now, to just stay put. I kind of, you know, I could just bunker down. Wouldn't hurt me. Especially if I'm doing this for a job eventually. I could just stay here forever. But, obviously not there yet, so I'm hoping it won't be that necessary too soon. And I don't mean just Twitch, by the way, like I'm on other platforms, but... Okay, so her eyes are rolled up. Flip it back. Maybe, okay, so I'll try just moving this part over. And I'll just move the features down a little bit. Keep manipulating those until the sketch feels like it's in a good place. Hey Madeline.
Happy sleep.
Are you going to bed?
Yeah.
This is my sister.
Hello. No, don't look at my face.
Your face looks fine. Your skin looks really nice today.
No,
Have a good sleep.
it's not covered in makeup. Who's this?
Look, this person says hi, sis.
Hello, sis.
I'm drawing Marie again because I only draw Marie. That's all I do.
You're more obsessive than I am.
Have a good night.
You know, mine's part of my a personality disorder, so maybe if yours is like mine, you should think about that.
I'm just drawing the cat girl. Go away. Good night.
Go to a therapist.
I have started streaming just recently. Happy sleep.
No, happy sleep.
I have started streaming just recently, but I have actually just today reached 10k on TikTok, and I'm nearly there on Instagram too. So I'm new to the streaming part, but not new to posting art online. In fact, I've been doing that for a long time. I was even back in my cringy DeviantArt days when I was about 15. Were you ever on DeviantArt? Have I? Yeah. There's I actually quite like it. Some people think TikTok's lame, but I've gotten quite addicted to it. Once you find the right sort of stuff on there, like you have to find the right niche part so that you're looking at content you actually want to see instead of just being exposed to whatever weird stuff TikTok shows you. Because it can either be a really nice, fun experience or just really not. Sorry, I zoomed out for a second. Turning 15 this year! You hate TikTok, it's a cringe platform. Don't worry, you're not alone in that thinking. I actually quite like it. I quite like it. It took a while for me to get to a point where I liked it, but I found the people and the content on there that I can enjoy, and now I have found that I quite like it, but there's no need to acquire a taste that requires acquiring, if you know what I mean. 15 years old. It's pretty crazy that like your DeviantArt is gradually approaching an age where it'll eventually be able to vote. Like if it was a person, it would be it's nearly a young adult. It's wild to me. My DeviantArt's probably almost that old too. My DA will then move out. Yeah, and then it'll start doing its own taxes. You know, all the things that DeviantArt accounts do when they grow up. They move on. It'll get married to another DeviantArt account. Have little DeviantArt account babies. Oh my god, what? That's how we get new, like, furries, like Sparkle Dogs owners. You get, even in this day and age, they keep being created because the old DeviantArt accounts breed. I'm sorry. Okay, no, I don't know about this face. What if I just select it, cut and paste, and I'll lower the opacity, and then I get another layer where I'll just mess with it more. And I won't have to worry about wrecking whatever I was doing underneath. And I will, let's go down here. I do want to have this pinched down a little bit. There we go. Little DA account baby, spare me. You know. Everyone knows. It's super common. Okay, so... God, I can't stop thinking about the bloody DeviantArt account babies. How did we end up in that place? I don't understand what I've done. I'm so sorry. Okay. I will try and hunch this up again. Okay. There we go, that looks like a bit of a humph. It looks appropriate, I think. Uniform. Click the uniform bit. And then... there we go. Okay, I feel like we're getting to a place that I am okay with. This is not normally how I approach these sorts of things even. I normally would do a much bigger gesture
sketch before I make it smaller, but I feel like it's less fun to look at.
Wow, your IG is actually booming still.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I don't know. I like Instagram. I use currently, you know. All of my links are in the description to my Instagram too, by the way. Like, everything's on there. We also have a Discord if you're interested, where it's only new, but we have, I don't know, nearly 30 or something artists on there. Artists and young people just hanging out, talking about stuff, sharing memes, pet videos, that kind of thing. Okay. Let's put these eyes in up here. And give this another go. Oh, that looks pretty cursed like this right now.
I don't have Discord.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there if you're interested, though. I try to make sure that I have as many different platforms available that if people are interested, there'll be something that they do have. I also have Twitter, but I have like no one following me on Twitter because who even uses Twitter? I don't know. These eyes go like this. Okay.
Okay. People do use to.
Well, I'm sure, I know they do, but I don't know anyone personally who does, you know what I mean? Like, what do people even talk about on Twitter? Things that make them angry. That's all I know about Twitter. Oh, my family's
Mocking each other about shit like everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab myself another potato. Oh my god, I've given myself hiccups.
Oh my goodness.
Me too. I think it's because I was trying to eat quickly. I was like, oh, quick. You don't want to be eating on stream. You gotta be fast. So you're not boring or something. But,
That's a lesson for me, I think. No ASMR.
no, they're gone. I'm in control. I can make some fake hiccups for you if you like. We can go back to saying nyek. Okay, wait a sec. Hold up. So, okay. I've changed my mind a lot of times about how I want to do this, but I was patient with the last one and I ended up in a place where I liked it, so it's going to be worth it here too, I think. Give her a little mouth. Little chinny chin. She already feels younger, so that's good, because she was losing some of that before.
Absolutely fine, thank you. Yeah, you don't need any fake hiccups. You know what? That's actually pretty fair. What are you up to, by the way? Like, how are you doing? I haven't actually asked you that yet, I don't think. Sorry.
I need to take more interest in everybody else's life. Stop being so self-centered, Shannon. Okay, so she looking this way. She's judging this way. She's full of judgment in this direction. She thinks her brothers are stupid. Turn on the switch again. Hell yeah. Time for games. She kind of leans back. If I select all of it and rotate it, there we go. It's kind of like she's like, I beg your pardon. Okay, I'm into it. I'm okay with that. And oh, I see. There's sort of this shape to her face. So I'll keep that in mind and keep the mouth up a bit, scrunch the nose up a bit.
Can't resist your addiction. Your addiction to the Switch. Oh no, it calls you. It beckons you. It's like, please, let's do games. It's so good. Don't you miss games? What about games? What other games are you into? I don't make time for games. I have them. I have games to play. I just don't make time to play them. And they just sit in my house being completely neglected. So any recommendations will be appreciated. Look how angry she was. Okay, flip it. She can't believe you. She's so shocked and appalled. It's funny because she's looking at herself. She's offended by herself. She's like, you arrogant piece of shit. Oh, fuck, that's me. What is it, babe? Let's run through the dungeons. Regarding dungeons, I've been playing D&D for a few years. Have you played Dungeons & Dragons before? Because I am obsessed. That's one game I do make time for, because I can just like have one day a week set aside with this like regularly scheduled socializing, and me and my friends all hang out and play D&D, which we love. And it's a bloody good time. Bloody good time. The mystery, right, yes. I just remember the word dungeon just made me think. Regarding dungeons. Just reminded me of it. Okay. We're gradually like getting a pose that's sort of a bit fun, I think. Let's maybe we can exaggerate it even more by rotating this way. And she's sort of looking up and over. Wait, that was too much. Oh no, actually, I don't know. We'll see. Wait a second. Hold up.
maybe this is going somewhere that I like. Oh my. Oh my! Yes! 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 Yuck. And the head comes down a little bit. And the head comes down on the neck a little bit. And then her eyes also sort of looking over and down. So, like this. Yeah, okay, that feels better. That's way more judgy. That reads better.
BRB. It was very nice to meet you, actually, though, just so you know. Have a very lovely day. BRB yourself sounds like a motivational quote. BRB yourself. Be yourself. If you're doing that, I will. Thank you so much. If you're doing that, I will also make a BRB and I'll have the rest of my dinner. Yes, me too, right? Have a lovely evening, or day in your case. See you later, Senna, is what you said. See you later, Senna. BRB myself. Excuse me, I was eating my dinner. But we're drawing Marie as a human, doing this face this time, because this seems to be the thing that, well, for starters, I enjoy it, but the thing that also other people seem to think is pretty funny. So, Marie it is. I don't know, something about drawing a little character with so much attitude, even though she's so little, she's so young, and she's so angry. She's just passionate. She's full of passion, that's all. She's just enthusiastic and passionate. And she's judging you. Or it looks like she's judging herself, actually, right now. Her expression's ridiculous. I love it. Not mine, I mean the original. I'm also seeing this as an opportunity to learn about how Disney chose to simplify and exaggerate her expressions. So it's fun because I get to draw Marie, basically, but it's also the only way that I will do studies is by trying to make it fun for myself, by also making it fan art, because I need to, it's a way to give me a good attitude, at least, about doing little studies. Okay, does that match the way I did her on the other one? I think so, just about. Little chin goes here. She doesn't have much detail in the chin neck area because she doesn't have much going on there because she's a little kid. Preteen type kid. So there's not a lot going on. A lot of puppy fat, not a lot of definition. Okay, maybe I can even rotate it further. The upper half, I mean, of her body. Little torso bit. I don't know, maybe it communicates it like this. Does that work better? I think so. Oh, look how disgusted she is. Just like, what the hell? What the heck are you doing? There we go, that actually works better. Upper eyelash line up. There we go, there's like a little bit of surprise that comes from that, I think, raising that eyelid line. Like she's a bit shocked to see whoever it is she's judging doing whatever it is they're doing. She's like, oh god, you, great. And I remember in the movie, she's like actually shocked because her brothers are doing something silly. I don't think this is the bit where Berlioz messes with the warm-up that they do, or if it's another thing where they're messing around. It's all well and good when she's in the mood to mess around, but then sometimes they do something and she's like, oh my god, I'm so judgy. I think it's cute. It's very realistic. Like, it's fine when I'm joining in, but then my sibs do things without me and I'm like, oh my god, they're so stupid. I think if my sister was one of them, one of the three, she's either, I don't know, both of us have things in common with all three. I think she's the most like Marie out of the two of us. Like, I wish that I was a Marie, but I am not. Alas, I'm a Toulouse. But she also is sort of, has a sort of sense of humour and it's a bit more quiet occasionally as well, which I guess would make her more like Berlioz. I do not know. Okay. Actually, that's starting to look better, I think. Or more expressive, not cuter. like the frick. The fricky frack. Ugh. I kind of like that there is a little bit of like a, like she's sneering almost. Maybe her face needs to be moved up a bit. So it's as if she's like... I've got to find some references of her that don't require me to tilt her head back. It's starting to look right though. Oh, I think, in my personal opinion, her eyes are pretty wide. Like, she's like, oh my god, what the hell? And these, like, the sort of nuances and the way that they design the expressions and stuff in these movies, I would not, there's no way I could possibly understand all this stuff if I weren't doing this right now. I would not have been able to make up this expression without looking at other expressions of hers. I'd give it a go, but I don't think I would pull it off as effectively. I don't know, studies are important, right? Is that the moral of the story? Thickening up that line there helped sort of add a little bit of disgust, anger. Okay, I've got to remember to keep this eyelid high too, because it makes her look that tiny bit surprised. I've also rotated her head a little bit more than it is in the reference, and that's okay, but I've just got to remember that that's going to affect her gaze as well. It's like, ugh. Like, excuse me? Like, what is this face? Oh god. Oh god. Art's fun, guys. Art's fun. It's this thing where you do lines and it makes shit. And sometimes it's dumb shit. Okay, I will lower this a little, because I want her nose to be scrunched up, but this might be too much. The nose can still raise a bit, I think. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise the nose up so we can see the nostrils. She looks stern 'cause her nose is wrinkled. Oh, actually that does help. This is disgust. I'm trying to think of something that will rhyme with what I said, but I can't, so that's all I've got, I'm afraid. I wonder if there were any good Aristocats songs that don't require accompaniment to sound good. I would sing those. They're all good songs, of course, but you really need the backing tracks for those things. Okay, here's a little nose. can see a little far out. Just when I try to double tap so that, like, on the pen, on the stylus, which is supposed to make it change from a pen to an eraser, sometimes it just doesn't do that. It just does what it wants to do. Okay. Okay. I know that the way that they've drawn her is sort of like everything's sort of in the same direction. Like, even though this is higher here, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't. I think it'll read better if I open it up more on one side. And what I mean by that is if I pull this in and down here, so there's sort of a shape like this, because it can help sometimes to make your expressions clear, to sort of make this greater than or less than symbol with your expression. Okay. I'm also conscious that I don't want to thin her face out too much, but she does have quite petite little features in my design. But I'm also conscious that she has a very small face in her big child head. So maybe I can even make the face smaller. It's too high up. Makes her look a bit shocking with the enormous chin. She looks like when she had the big chin before, she looks like that, like there's always a specific Australian stereotype that will come up to you and they'll be like, you know, with the chin jutting out, like white bogan stereotype. She normally has blonde streaks, kind of like an English chav, except Aussie. She probably doesn't have a shiv. She just wants a couple dollars for ciggies. Okay. Lower this little bit of brow right here. She's like, are you fucking serious? And that's the other thing that I'm noticing as I'm looking at this, that the eyes are very open and her head is quite rocked back, and I've drawn her more from above, so it looks like her head's down a bit. But I'm hoping that I'll still be able to make it read. Having the eyelashes flick up will show just how open her eyes are. Having them flick out over the top will show that they're all the way open. There we go. Let's have this bottom lip in here. She's got a bit of a little pouty thing going on, like she's considering whether or not she's going to bite back. Maybe I'll rotate this even so that I can get a closer sort of approximation of the expression that they made in the original. Very, because the eyes are such a this kind of almond shape, it feels like such a small, like nuanced thing, like whether they really stretch them out or squint them makes a lot of difference to the expression. Just the smallest, tiniest little things. Okay, actually, I'm seeing now why they had this like this. Because otherwise, this edge of the lip right here makes it look like she might be smiling, and we really don't want it to look like she's smiling, which is also presumably why her eyes have such a steep arc to them in this expression on this side, so that it doesn't read as like she's got a smize. It's like they've deliberately made them look like they're as unsmized as possible. Oh, I see. That's a valuable learning opportunity. She's got anger issues. That's our gal. So there's a little where the neck attaches. There's the shoulder. I feel like she wouldn't hunch that much. So what does it look like if I raise her head up again? I don't know. I can tilt it this way instead, so it's still like forward, but it's like part of the movement of the pose instead of it just being like a hunch. I think that might be better because it doesn't seem very like her to hunch all the way over. And these proportions need to shrink. Not maybe that bit, but the arms do. Because she's got way too mature arm proportions right now for the way that I've stylized it. There we go. That's a little bit closer. Soften this up. Excuse me, my guy. Okay. Starting to look like a kid with attitude instead of just a bad attempt at mimicking the expression that was there already. Okay, so this arm slips over that one. This part's always hard too, like doing folded arms and stuff is hard because the way that bodies interact with themselves and other bodies is frustrating because there are some bits obviously that don't meld or move or squash or anything because there's like bones and muscles in there that are rigid or more or less. But then there's also, especially on little kids, all these squishy skin and puppy fat bits that just are very malleable. Kids are malleable. That's all. That doesn't feel like an okay thing. So it's hard to draw them interacting with themselves because, like, where does the line stop and start when the body bits are squishy? Does that make sense? So here's this. Okay, so now that her hips are doing this, I can drop this shoulder, finally. I knew that there was going to be a clear solution so that the shoulders and hips didn't have to go in the same direction, but I couldn't figure out how it would work before. And this seems to be it. Okay, so her neck's there. And her shoulder is sort of coming across as she's pulling her arms in. The chest goes this way, shoulders are in. Okay, I feel like this is actually starting to turn into a reasonable pose. Took as long as humanly possible. Okay. If I move this slightly over, it'll just look slightly less extreme. There we go. And she can still look disgusted, but just slightly less dramatic. Kids have very expressive, very dramatic faces, but I don't want to make it so much that she just looks sort of horrifying. That's not the goal. So I also need to figure out what the brow bone looks like at this angle, because I'm seeing the edge in a way that I wasn't on the last drawing of her. Is it just curved? Or, because her head goes back further than that. She's got a big old head. This is kind of cursed. Okay. I think part of it is lost because her face is turned all the way around. I need it to be further this way so that glance is more obvious. It needs to be clear that she's looking back instead of, like, you know, so that it looks more like an eye roll instead of it seeming like she's just turned to look at something ugly. Okay, a little nose. And there's her lip, which is important because it makes her look angry. So this little brow of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, I guess. This little brow of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So this, with her head tilted this way, you see a little bit of the cheek. I think maybe I've exaggerated it too much, and this stretch pose is just a bit too much for the human version. And I'll just stretch it out this way too, just a little. Give it a little bit less height and a little bit more width, because, you know, you want her to look like a kid, and kids are round and not long. Okay. I am a slow artist. I do things the long, slow way. Even sketching, it turns out. This looks way better already, actually. That looks way more like her, and all I did was move the position of the eyebrow to show that there was more of a socket. The eye recedes more. And now she somehow instantly looks more like herself. What the heck? Expressions are bizarre. How bizarre! How bizarre! Memes. Good memes. Or, you know, basic memes. Now her head looks so huge, but that's okay. Let's see how it actually works. Let's problem solve some of this neck. She's got the top of her head there. A little bit of necky neck is gonna attach here, and her shoulder is here. I think her neck's too long, so it's just gonna mean dropping her head again. There's been a lot of moving the poor girl's head around. Her hairline is here, and it goes this way. Oh, so it actually is dropped a little bit from there too. It's showing that I have in fact still got her face on an angle that isn't quite what I intended, but that's okay too. It does mean if her head is pointing down more that her chin area should be smaller because it's dropping away from us, like whoop. That might have been why her head looked too big, because it was like two different perspectives. I was working in two different perspectives. Like, which way is the head going? How do head... How do head? I don't want to know. This is a Christian Minecraft server, as they say. It's not. It's not at all. Okay. Okay, as Jester would say. There we go. Alright, I'm actually feeling this, I think. Just like, the fuck? Like, the fuck? And I do love that she's looking directly at herself in this situation. Like, there is nothing that could have shocked or offended her more than her own damn face. Me too, babe. Let's still sort of see if we can pull this around a bit so it's not quite so, yeah, that's actually instantly better too. Let's pull this eyebrow that way. Yeah, kid face. This is feeling much more kid face. The nose bridge is too... like the nose is protruding too much. She's got such a tiny little cat nose. So that should be better. It's just very like close to the face, like it's, you know, squashed like a little Persian cat. I don't know if that's really what she's supposed to be, but that's my guess. She has that kind of vibe, you know, there's always a fluffy white cat who's the fancy cat. Okay, so this... eyebrow. Yeah, that makes it look way better. Instantly adds youth to it just by giving her wider out eyebrows. That's wild. How weird is drawing, hey? She instantly looks closer to like 12 instead of some confusing old lady phase. And I will put a little wrinkle in here like she's got her nose scrunched up because she do. And I like that. She's anger. She is anger. Okay. These parts, pulling her eye back here, I think will help with the expression too. Yeah. Hell yeah. I think her focus is down and this way. There we go. Poor girl. Ugh, she's like, ugh. She really wanted a sister. This is a girl who wished she had another sister. She believes she has too many brothers. She is sick of them. Silly Marie, you love them. Don't lie. Okay. This can go up even further. Okay. Flip. Which then coaxes us I don't know. I do actually quite like sort of the roundness of this, the shape that this creates. And it means that it shows that her face is like quite small on the size of her head, like her head's pretty big, and then her like facial features on the head are quite small, which is what I want. She's got these little cheekies, this little chin. Okay. I think it's still got slight old lady vibes. Easterbrack would crucify me for confusing my age signals. So maybe I'll drop her nose, especially since she's on that funny angle. Drop her nose, drop her mouth. And make sure her eyes are big enough. That is better too. There we go. There's where the neck is. and I again have to figure out how it attaches. God. That looks way better. Way better than before. These brows have got to be nice and thin to show how young she is. Thin and fuzzy. Because babies have thin, fuzzy brows. I mean, not all of them, but generally. Excuse me, my guy. Let's see what my girlfriend's saying to me. Okay. Oh, when did she send that? Hello? You getting ready for bed? I'm sorry for calling you. I just wanted to talk to you before you go to bed. I'm well, thank you. I miss you. What you doing? You're in bed. It's nice. Is it warm? Yes. I'm gonna pack up soon. Yeah, and I'm already really tired, so I will pack up now. Okay, I will, I promise. Thank you for looking after me, checking on me, making sure I'm good. How are you good? How are you doing? Oh no, I scared off a viewer. My bad. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Pardon? Don't worry about it. I'm saying good night to you right now. I will go to bed. Probably right now, honestly. You ready to go to sleep? I love you. I miss you too. You good? Good. Are you going to sleep? Okay. Sweet dreams then. Thank you. I love you so much. I love you. Good night. I love you. Bye. Sorry.
Or I say oder instead of or I say, I don't know, like these tiny connection words. I sometimes accidentally slip a German one in there.
get this bit flicking this way.
Mama races German too. Glad you guys enjoyed the German.
Okay, let's see if I can
We learned German.
make it match.
Most Danish people speak basic German. Oh, that's so interesting.
Okay,
German redeem. I should add one. Yeah.
it's
My dad always complains that he
Oh,
doesn't understand.
gonna have to-
me. Oh, no.
gonna have to pack up soon. There we go. She's so cute. She got a little ribbon.
At least you have an industrial crate full of the same flavored tea for occasions like this.
There we go.
Celia, don't expose me like that.
There we go.
But yes, I probably that's about it.
There we go.
No, but seriously,
Got
when you
some
have a tea
this
cupboard
shape.
and you open it and it just smells absolutely divine.
Beautiful.
That is the smell of happiness. I'm not even joking. If I want to be in a good mood, I open my tea cabinet and I take a whiff.
Is
And
her
I'm like, you know what?
hair
Alright, let's continue.
bunches up around the shoulders.
Someone needs help. Quick. Why are reading Actually, they're not. Dandelion headpets are just cheaper because I forgot to adjust the cost for the other headpet.
Okay,
I used to work in a tea and shade store.
there we go.
Are you
Flicky,
serious?
flicky bit. This is like an ear.
Jesus Christ. He worked in a tea store. He likes birds. He teaches men and children. To be personally, the smell of fresh coffee beans is the only thing what I crave.
Yes.
It's like anything he drank. It's that good.
Okay, she does look like herself a bit more now.
I love when people enjoy stuff like that so much. It just fills my heart.
There we go, that's better.
Perfect human? No. You are my arch nemesis.
There we go.
You know what I'd like to sniff? Verena, you better keep that to yourself. Tijuana, is that
Okay, that's where the neck goes. And her body can come over a bit because
we used to have
there we go.
when I used to go to school in my hometown, we used to have little
We'll make it a little bit bigger.
and it was the most charming little
There we go.
shop I've ever been. It had like all kinds of tea and
Okay.
spices, also a lot of pottery and stuff like that.
And I think she's still a kid even though she's full of sass and diva energy, so maybe she's got one straight, and I think leaning like this does make sense. I was gonna say maybe she's standing with her feet just like
I really like the smell of snuff. I hate the taste though. I have
apart, but
never
I think this kind of pose does make sense with sort of more weight on one side.
that I could smell it, that I could distinguish any smell. I've only ever seen like either pictures
Yeah.
or like little smell booths in fruit
Um,
salads I've had.
So
Never had an actual star fruit to smell.
this, okay, hold up.
T-O-S.
What is the perspective on this dang drawing? Is there any? What have I done? There's that foot
There are also trees with two nuts.
and this foot.
Oh, what?
Okay, distort this way.
My little sister used to have really worse cran plants, and she took good care of them,
Okay.
but it was too bright. Her apartment would be bright. And not her apartment, her room.
Okay. Trying to figure out how I want a bloody skirt to flow. I do want it to do this because it shows that she swung her hip that way. So one foot's this way, one's going to be this way. There we go. Her leg is going to be like this. That's where the ankle is. And the other leg probably points this way. Dang it, what a pain in the butt pose. What the heck?
I was supposed to stream 5 minutes ago. Jumpy, go stream, jeez. Oh no, honey. No worries, this is still gonna take a
There
while.
we
And
go.
then you can still catch, like, I'm gonna draw the Azima. So, like, you can go straight. You're not gonna miss anything. You're not gonna miss your outfit.
There we go. There's this foot goes like this. This goes like this.
I just hope I can show you guys all day. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Make sure to make your research. You can do it.
Okay. Flimp.
Just hop over and tell you
That
the
does
place
look
where it's
better.
going.
Heck yeah.
Oh, okay. Bye for now. Bye bye, Chippy baby. Bye. Have fun streaming.
Let's pull this bit up a little. There we go. This leggy goes like this. This foot is here. That's alright, I think.
Oh, nice drawing. Thank you, Omura. Thank you. Hi, Tetsuki-kun. Hi. Oh, Brianna, you're so sweet.
Okay.
Thank you for the tea already.
Okay. So deselect. Round this out a bit more, I think, because that lumpy shape is what's giving her sort of an old appearance.
The drawing is so good. Oh my gosh, thank you, Tetsuki-kun. You're so sweet. Thank you
Little
very much.
ear. There we go. Alright, that's better. Heh. Lovely. There's her hair. There we go. If I select this bit and warp it, I think that will help. That is better, I think. Okay. Her shoulders are up here. This one's reaching around. Covering her chin, question mark? No. Yes? Overlap? I don't know. Okay.
I think
If I distort it this way. Yeah. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think that helped a lot, actually. All these small little anal changes do help to sell the thing. Nice hairs. Her hair comes this way. Would make sense, I think. Because she's like flung herself around a little. There we go. There we go. There we go. Little hairs. Pull this up. It gives her head more depth. It makes it look more like a head. This is the bow. And I feel like, yeah, no, that falls there, that's alright. There we go. Go. Flip the skirt this way. To show that she's moving. Yeah. There we go. I agree with her.
Dr. Chan, hi, how are you? Are we doing commission? Yes, we're gonna be finishing up this commission, and once we're done with that, we're gonna draw Suya's Adina. And once we're done with that, we're gonna start drawing Jupi's elf.
There we go. I like that, actually. I didn't think I was gonna for a while there. But I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, I can see so much more. Oh man, just my laptop that's like really screwing me up.
Let's have some hair come in front.
Much. Is this how you guys see this? Man, I must have been blind.
There we go.
Great. How long do you usually take for one piece of work? Oh gosh, that's very different. Some take a long time, especially on stream. Sometimes I let myself get really distracted, and then it takes hours and hours. But if I focus on
There we go.
something, I guess we can just check on this one. This one has been 1.5 hours so far. And we're gonna finish up the lines maybe in
There we go.
like in half an hour more. And then we do the color, and that'll probably take an hour as well. So this will probably
If
take like 3 or 4 hours.
let's see if I manipulate this a bit.
Much, but
Does it help her hairline look better? I think so. I feel validated when other artists say they're slow artists, because same.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that is very calming. Oh, that really puts my mind at ease. You have no idea.
I'm running out of steam. I've run out of things to say and I'm getting tired. I'm gonna have to call it a night, I think. Because I've realized I'm just slipping into the zone and forgetting to speak.
Just check all of this.
Which is not the point of streaming, just sitting here in silence. Obviously. I'm just getting tired. There's where the sash in the middle goes. The belly.
Our Discord has at least 5 SFW channels. Oh my God, that's impressive.
There we go.
I managed to be already on stream. Oh, that is like the horny never diminishes.
There we go. Maybe her
Smoking Medic, hello.
hands up here instead. No, that doesn't feel right either. There we go. A little bolero situation goes here.
What? Gabby! Hi, Gabby!
This one goes. There we go. Actually, I feel like it's closer to the body than that. Yeah, that's better. The little puffy sleeves. Go up like this. There we go. That's much better.
I wasn't expecting that from you at all. Now I'm like, oh boy. I heard horny. Who called me? Guys, we said horny 3 times into a mirror on accident. Smoking
There we go.
Where is Godfather of Clowns for me? Thanks for Alex was able to prove the chat that she would say so. Yeah, that was funny. Good times. Where it was shocking when I said Ara Ara. Oh boy, Astra Hecate is mocking us.
So this goes this way. Where? That's the top of her head. This is here. This part's here. This is just the top front bits that get pulled back and to the side. There we go. This should be higher up. There we go. Okay, I'm okay with it.
Alexa, say so.
There we go, that's better.
There's alcohol in the energy. Okay, feel better now. Bye
Let's
bye.
select this whole thing. Distort it this way just a little. I think that's right. Flip. Yeah. There we go.
This sure is not.
And because she's lifting her arms up, we're going to see the petticoat more because it's being picked up. It's like lifted straight up. And more of her legs too.
So, are you trying to find a supporting character or am I saying? Well, yes, not correctly. I'm trying to find a supporting character. Oh, thank you for the tea, yes.
Uniform. Let's move this one back. Let's move this back. Tuck her chin in a little. Finding out how to balance their gigantic kid heads on their tiny child shoulders is half the bloody battle, turns out. that might be it. That might be it right there. And we'll just move everything up a little. Does that help? Question mark? Question mark. I don't know that it does. Or maybe. Yeah, I think so. So her chin is under there. And you can sort of see where her neck is under here, but it's mostly covered by her head. Her little bolero thing comes up over here too. Like this. And the little shoulders, puffy over here. I think it's just that this whole bit needs to move over a little. There we go, that actually is better. Beauty. Okay, why was that so hard to figure out? I don't know.
Nice to see the chat, Chel. Good to see that I'm not the bad influence.
There. Pissed off Marie. Let's see if it seems like they've got the same proportions. More or less. Wait up. Don't know. Now I'm scared her whole head needs to move this way.
Please bear with right this guys, please. I'm gonna be some tea.
It does feel more physically possible. Her head is too big, I think. I think that's the moral of the story. Tablet died. It's time to go to sleep. Thank you everyone who stopped by. I appreciate